doing great. If not, as always, hope it gets better for you. So something a little different today, since I won't be around for the Friday Night Live Q&A tonight at 9:30 like I usually always do. Today, I am at Aquapalooza, which let me go ahead and move you around here. Goes all the way down. This is one of 3 rooms. So what we're going to do with this live is we're going to do a Q&A, and I'm also going to be getting ready, putting fish in the tanks. Might as well get these lights kicked on. Plants, so we'll go through that, and I'll share all that stuff with you guys, and you guys can ask me questions as well. Let me go ahead and get into live chat here. And I know it's kind of early for a lot of you guys, but it is what it is, and many of you guys can rewatch this. So first thing first, I got to get these fish in and let you guys roll in. And let me set you guys down here. So brought them in my old trusty styro here. I haven't even checked to see if anything and everything is all right. So you guys get to do that with me. I'm gonna jump here. Smells good, so that's always a good sign. Usually if it smells bad. And you can see, that's how you know something's bad. You can see I've got towels here that kind of keep everything all covered, because the whole idea when you're keeping fish like this in all these bags, especially overnight, for multiple nights sometimes, it's good to keep them as dark as possible, because they kind of go in hibernation mode when they sleep. So there'll be less aggression. Here you can see these are red koi guppies. These are all the females. These are all the males. And I keep the females and males separate because they'll kind of battle each other. Well, these are the randoms. Kind of hard to see. I'll show all this stuff to you guys here as we go through it. But I'm going to just start grabbing one by one. And we got to open them up. So there will be quite a bit of moving around on this live stream and resetting. And I will take you guys to the other rooms as well so you guys can see more of it. The show doesn't start until, what is it, 5 to 9? And that's on Friday, and then Saturday, I believe it's like, I want to say 10 to 5 or something like that. But it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event. You can get on, search Aquapalooza if you're in Florida especially, and you want to see some cool fish. Go to a unique event that doesn't happen very often, and check it out. Now I know I had scissors. Let me grab my scissors. Let me show you guys a little bit of the setup too. So last night I was lucky to be able to set this up, get the tanks marinated. We got a couple 20 gallons here. We got a couple 10 gallons and some stragglers, 5 2.5s. Got those all set up, got the water all marinated. That way it could kind of just settle overnight instead of just putting the fish fresh in it. Got the signage. We'll have plants here. I got some random driftwood, free posters, all that jazz. All right, see if there are any questions. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see you guys all in here. Which city is it in? We are in Coral Springs. So over towards the Fort Lauderdale area. Yeah, I was really hoping to make it to the sake, so I might as well address that. I was supposed to be at the sake event, which is a Kili event down in Arizona. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out for many reasons. Mostly for the fact that I would have had to pay a lot out of pocket of my own to go down there and give a talk, and it just economically didn't make sense for me. And so I had to do this instead. And now, actually, I wasn't even planning on doing this. The main reason why I did this was the fact that I wasn't going to the Arizona convention, and I figured I would come down here, try to get some fish. I was only going to do like one day, and figured might as well try to help pay for it by bringing all this stuff. So yeah, it was like 5 hour plane ride, 2 hours to drive to the airport, and they pretty much wanted me to pay for it all, besides like my room, and I wasn't gonna. That just didn't make sense for me. Like, I love giving talks to clubs, but I don't know. You just can't be cheap when you're asking for speakers. Which, at the same time, I saved them a ton of money by not coming, because now they don't have to pay all those fees to reimburse me. But they weren't going to reimburse everything, which, I mean, they weren't going to feed me. They were wanting me to Uber and do lifts and not reimburse all that. So, it is what it is. All right, I think, how am I going to do this? So, I got to open up these bags and get these fish in. And my process for this, what I'll do is I got myself a net here, and then I got myself a bucket, and I'll just kind of, let me see if I can get this moved down for you guys. Hello, everybody coming in the chat. See you guys. There we go. And oh, always should get the net wet first. Always get it wet first. You don't want those fish to get on that dry net, because that dry net will actually mess with the skin coat of the fish. That's good. Just like that. Put the babies in there. Guess I should have figured out which tank to put them in first, huh? Shrinks. I wish I had like my head camera or something. This would be much better, but then I want to be able to see your guys' chat. So that's how I deal with those fish, is I just dump them out like that into the bags. Such beauties. I would figure they'd pay for the whole thing. Yeah, right? I would too. I never really had any club really do me like that, so I'm not saying anything bad on them, because I know they're on a budget. All these clubs are on a budget, especially from these last couple years. But me personally, after all the Petco dealing and all the tanks I got, I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. I've been wanting to go to that event for quite some time. So if you guys are in the Arizona area, into killifish or not even kept killifish before, I would definitely recommend stopping by and checking out that event. It's in Phoenix. Oh, here, hold on. You guys can see the release. Release the beast. Maybe. There we go. Little babies, my little babies. It looks so good from the top. All right. But yeah, I figured this would be better than nothing today. And I know you guys would have been wondering or worried about me. All right. And I know some of you guys wanted me to show this anyway, so here we are. Looks like the rack I just put my 125s on. Oh, I hope you didn't put 125s on it, like a gladiator rack like that. I don't know, they are pretty strong, but how far from Florida am I? are from Orlando. I think it's, I mean, I don't know because I'm not a GPS, but we're in Coral Springs. So if you go into like a GPS or something, I think it's like a couple hours, if that, from there. All right, what's next? We got next fish. Albinos. Those are the females. Look at the colors on the tails. So often when I do these events, I will actually bring fish that sometimes I normally don't even put on the website. Ones that I just need to make new homes. These are cool though. Check them out. I don't remember exactly what these are. Like a albino tiger looking kind of albino snake skin. I think that's what they are. Really cool guppies though. I ended up bringing a lot of guppies. How are your Oscars doing? My Oscars are actually doing really well. I've got them in that 55 still in my son's room because they're really his Oscars. And they've been getting big. I need to update you guys on them. There's so much I need to update you guys on, and I know I've been saying that for a while now. But it will be coming soon if we get those updates. I've got a lot of them shot. Let me see. These guys down here. Actually, no. But the only issue I have been thinking about, although I do all no filters, I have been thinking about getting a filter for the Oscars. And there's main reason is they're just messy eaters. So with the way that they eat, they like to blow food out of their gills, which with a no filter situation, it's the microbiology takes care of a lot of that excess waste of food. But then there's also some that'll like it'll get kind of fungused up around the substrate in some places because of it. Because there's really no snails or anything in their tank to actually clean up any of that excess food that gets scattered about. So I don't know. I've been thinking about putting a filter on their tank just because they would do better with a filter. But honestly, I think they're almost about ready to breed. I think they've been getting pretty buddied up. Pretty sure I got a male and female. Hoping to find an axolotl here today. Can't wait for the update. Will they be going in the pond? Conscious tanks. The Oscars. The Oscars are gonna stay in the 55. I don't think I'm gonna put them in the pond. Maybe later down the road, I might like get them a 110 gallon little pond tub. We'll see. I'll have to talk to Wesley about it though. Yeah, 120 on a pre-built rack is risky. Oh, JJ says, my apologies. How far is your fish room from Orlando? It's about 3 hours. So yeah, I guess it took me about 6 hours to get here. Those racks hold 2,500 pounds per shelf. Yeah, I mean it could. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to sleep at night though. But Todd just think already. Aquarium Fantasy says I had those racks holding more weight than 125 gallons for years. Interesting. Filter is treason. Yeah, right. Tangerine tigers. Yum yum. I am going to Aquapalooza tomorrow morning. Didn't know you were going. Awesome, Nino, aquarium guy. Be good to see you here. Definitely come say hi. And I've got a ton of plants I gotta get ready too. Oh my gosh. Kind of risky business area. I need 2 cameras. It'd be nice if I could switch from one camera to another. That way you guys can see what I'm actually doing. Oh no. So I got shrimp stuck in here in the bag because, you know, shrimp don't always want to come out of the bag right away. Put a little more water in there. Well, fellas, ladies. And thank God I was able to set all this up last night because I would not have wanted to do all this morning. More of a night owl. That one filter will probably sound like a V8. Yeah, right? That's another thing too. I don't know. I may put that filter on and be like, maybe I don't want it. Has anyone ever told you that you favor a Florida rapper named Poya? I think somebody has mentioned that once, but I never actually looked it up to see who that is. Let's see. I should do fish first. Okay, so I gotta mix my Neos and Caradinas. I don't know if I got enough tanks. I did not label anything properly. These are purple mosaic females. These are the females. Look at the tails on those females. And the colors, the finish. It's crazy. Let's see. I think that's all of them. Not, then we'll grab them. What is the next event you'll be going to? That's a good question. I don't really know yet. Because I know all the aqua shallows are way far away from me. Maybe I would do Dallas. I don't know. I don't know if the Aquatic Expo is redoing an event this year. I would probably do that because it's in the Carolinas. If it's really over 8 hours away from me, I probably won't be doing it. Whew, that was close. Just because it's just hard for me to find the time right now, and I've got so many big projects at the house that I've got to get done with the fish, which I'm super excited for. I just got to get my money up to be able to do it. Which one of the biggest goals would be building a lanai outside for all my tubs, because although I haven't had a whole lot of issue with, put you guys down here. Although I haven't had a whole lot of issue with like big wildlife, miniature wildlife has been a real pain in my butt because there's a lot of predatory bugs that end up getting into my tubs where I don't really optimize what I'm doing out there. So there's like these little predatory stick bugs. These like ones that scoot around. I don't know what they're called. I guess people collect them. Somebody was telling me people actually buy and collect them. And then the dragonfly larva, which is the biggest pain. And I know a lot of people were telling me that it takes dragonflies 2 to 3 years to actually hatch out. But I had a lot of dragonflies hatching out first year that have already hatched out, and those tubs have only been up for a year. I brought a lot of random endlers. Hard to see. We'll go through and look at the tanks after we finish doing a lot of this. Who else that is attending this event? Garden of Eater is here. Ryan Wild Fish Tanks. There's a lot of them. Where's that accent from? My accent? My accent is probably it's more of a mix of North and South because I was born in the North, raised in the South, then raised back up again in the North, and now I moved back south. So as you're in different areas for some time, your accents can change because you get used to talking to other people. So it's like a northernized southern accent, I guess. Good old American accent. Of all of America, besides the West. Oh yeah, I kind of bounced around growing up. Let's see. Yes, your notification didn't work. Sorry about that, bud. Yeah, they're not the best at getting notifications out. Jeffro asks, are you gonna keep them out of your outdoor tubs? So I want to build screen area all around those tubs. That's my goal. I've already got it mapped out. I kind of broke down the price, and I could do it for less than 10K. And I'm talking about adding, that 10K would be adding a ton of 110-gallon ponds and a bunch of other stuff, plumbing, screening. And then, what was the other project I got to do? I can't even remember now. There's like 3 big projects I got. Oh, I got to get that water going first and foremost. I get better well water. Norbian says, to me, it seems like Guppy is getting more worms and other sickness than endlers. How is that? I don't know. That's all got to be source because that's really what dictates a lot of that. Because they're all just as vulnerable. And I imagine Guppy's got bigger guts to eat bigger worms too, so. Oh, I'm making a mess. All right. Oh, I had one that did not make it. I think, oh no, he's just plain dead. He did make it. That's good. Wonder in Spirit says, how many blue guars fry would you put in a 20-gallon tall to grow out? And what size tanks do you use to grow yours out? 20 tall is good. 20 longs are good too. I guess I would put the whole brood in there, honestly. And just see how they react to each other. Then if you see if there's like some infighting, then maybe split them up. Split up the ones that are fighting. House of Pisces says, who? Oh, yeah. Answer that one. But yeah, I don't really know many more events that are actually going to be after this. I guess there's no late night Q&A tonight. Yeah, not going to be able to do it because this doesn't end until 9. And that's not going to leave me much time, and I'm going to want to eat after this. And trying to scarf down food and go get food in a half hour, then try to get live, then it's just not very practical. All right, getting through them though. And we'll go through plants here soon. Here's the males to those purple mosaics. Pretty nice. So yeah, I brought mostly just guppies, shrimp, and plants. And they're actually doing a show too here, which means that they set these tanks up in this event and put showfish in it. So people who have been trying to breed the best of certain types of fish bring in their best fish, and then they put them in the show, try to win awards. And I believe there's a flower horn show. There is a mess I'm making, and a guppy show. I think killifish. I know. I feel like there's another one that I'm missing. Well, I'll show that to you guys here soon. I don't know how much of it's set up. There's still a lot that's supposed to be set up here. I'm like the only one really set up besides the show tanks back there. Luckily I got in early. Because I'm hoping to go visit Nature Aquariums while I'm down here. It is literally down the road. If you guys remember the video that I had made for Nature Aquariums, which is a fish store down here. I'd like to go visit that again. Talk to Henry. Alright. That bag had a floater. One down. One out of a ton. That's not bad. Alright, scroll. I said scroll. I'm over here grabbing fish. My brain. Okay, Chi-Town passes. Did Lucas just admit to buying a flower horn this weekend? No, that is not happening. It's definitely not happening. I've been bad about buying fish that I don't really need lately. And I gotta quit doing that. Because even though I have all these tanks, still only have so many tanks, you know? There's a lot of species that need love and to be bred. I just don't have the space for. Especially for like rainbow fish. I just wish I had more room for. One day though. Actually, oh, that was the other project. So you guys know that I had that big wall in my fish room that I had recently just finished getting the pine boards on. Eventually I'm going to tear all that down. I could fit 3 more big racks. I mean big racks in there. Then hopefully eventually be able to focus more on rainbow fish. Big reason why I don't focus as much right now on rainbow fish is the fact that they just take forever to grow out. So it's one of those fish that you got to have like for a year before you can even sell it. And you know, it's hard to keep the family fed when your tank space is waiting that long. It'd be different if I had a like another job or something, but this is what I do to stay alive and to feed the family. Teach man to fish. Okay. JJ Globster says, will the babies of Blue Velvet and Blue Dream stay blue or end up wild? they will be very variant within what blues will throw, and it all really depends a lot on their lineage and what is already in their genetics. So, saying that, not all blue velvet and blue dream lines are the same, and so they can actually throw different variants depending on that lineage. What? Hold on, where are my males? Wait. Oh, I threw them in here, I think. No? I had these dragon blood mosaic guppy antlers. Where are my males? Must have thrown them in the mix. Reds. Just after being in the bag all night, or well, a couple nights. Do you have a tank with fish and plants that are found together in the wild? You know, I might, but whether I really know about it, I don't know. Considering guppy grass is in the wild all over the place, I have a lot of fish with guppy grass. That's about the only thing I can think of. Besides that, I don't go for like an actual biotope approach for like specifics. I just try to create a ecosystem that like. Although, if you can get plants that come from the wild that your fish is from, it can make a big difference with like those hard to breed fish if you're trying to breed them, because they do like. Man, I could smell the ammonia in this bag. They do like those sort of things with because they have familiarities just embedded into their genetics of those sorts of plants, and it can trigger them. Heiko Blair actually has a really good book about that sort of thing, where he's got like all the continents and a lot of the waterways broken down by the plants and fish that come out of there that you can kind of put together. And if you can't get a sort of type of plant, like other plants that could work instead. Sorry if I'm missing anybody's questions. Trying my best on here. Let's see. Scrolling. Oh, Lucas, will you ever do anything with your big ponds in your yard? Oh, as far as like aquarium fish wise, no. They'll always be natives. We may go out there and do like some collecting at some point, but for the most part, it's really I just like to preserve the nature out there, how it is and how it should be. And it's good for panfish, bass fish. I don't really fish it so much, but my girlfriend's dad loves to fish it and get bluegill out of there. Real good eating. So like if shit ever did hit the fan, we need food, we'd at least have something to share with the community. So I try to keep it that way. But if I do build that lanai like I've been wanting to, we'll probably build another lanai for some koi, some of the butterfly koi that I've been wanting forever, that I used to have, that a mink ate. And I want to redo that. It's actually one of the big reasons why I wanted to buy bigger property and move down here. And let's see, I think this is the last bag actually. Yeah, almost through them all. We got the yellow King Kongs, which I got them labeled as BDAs. That's because I was using my bags that got mislabeled. So I knew I'd just be cutting and ripping them. Didn't want to use regular bags. Do you have fish that are found in the wild? About the only one that I really do. Actually, I got some sailfin shiners and some flagfish. God, I can smell the ammonia in this shrimp bag too. Which is a good reason why you should always get rid of the water that your fish are bagged in. Do not put it into your aquarium. Like, yeah, you may be able to get away with it here and there, but it's not good for your water quality. Wing. Shrimp is. Let the label everything here. All right, so that is done. See other people starting to set up here. But we definitely do need to get out to those big ponds again, check them out. Actually, one of them, I had a fish kill where all the brim actually just died in one of them. Not sure what happened. I'm thinking it is natural because nothing else happened to any of the other ones. It was so weird to see. Jeffro says, if you had to start completely over, what's the main thing you would have done differently? If I had to start completely over, considering that moving down here was my starting completely over compared to what I had at the old house. So if you guys don't know, I had a house that had hundreds of aquariums in it and sold it with all the aquariums and then moved down to Florida to redo it all. And honestly, I want to say I would do anything differently just because things worked out how they were supposed to. But of course, like now I want to do things differently as far as like that wall, like things and processes change in an evolution. So that's really kind of how that works. Because you could always wish or want to do something different here or there, but it's really, are you doing something or not? And yeah, it definitely helps to add question marks behind it. I was lucky to see that that was a question. Got a crap load of Lake Tanganyika if you're looking to meet up. You know, that's another thing that I need more tanks for. So not only rainbow fish, but also my Lake Tanganikans. I'm half tempted to actually remove most all my Lake Tanganikans so I can use their tanks. Because they're kind of slow breeders. Only give out so much a year. Nano Aquarium guy says, have you heard from the person that took over that house? So I actually did talk to him. I think it was last week. Because I was trying to find the pump that I had there for my old water change system. And he said he's doing good. He said that everything at the house is doing good. He just hasn't been doing much himself. I think he's just been enjoying his retirement. God, I got to figure out where to set you guys here. But he said it is all doing good there. Because you got to think, he bought that house with his retirement money to just kind of have his own little shop and do what he wanted to do. So I guess that's what he's doing. Plants, check this out. So these are the plants. All plants. Ho, ho, ho. Like Santa Claus. Ton of plants. That was waste opportunity with your old house? No, not at all. I think he got what he wanted. I mean, that dude was making money from the bat like the first week that he bought that house. I had set him up and he was already making money by the time I left. Not everybody's going to be a YouTuber, you know. I can't like sell a house to some guy and be like, all right, now you're going to be a YouTuber. You got to show everybody everything that you're doing. It's just not that easy. Like, it sounds good in theory, like, and easy to do this sort of thing, but it's not as easy as you'd think it would be. And it's mostly just due to the fact that personalities and just how people are wired. It's not for everyone. All right, let's. I don't know how I want to do this. So there's a lot everywhere. We got Luigi Archiata. Quite a bit of that. Everything here is like $5. $5 for everything. Fivers for everybody. So if you got 5 on it, I got you. Cool to hear, Daniel. Every time you build out a fish room, you find small things that could have made life easier. Yeah, for sure. That's all the process. And learning and growing. Luckily, I had a lot of that tuned in from the last fish room that I was more prepared for this fish room. JJ Gloucester says, I just got back into fish keeping. I will not go crazy with tanks this time. I'm up to 4 now after 3 months. You already know where you're heading, JJ. We all know where you're heading. Guppy grass, nacris, pearlweed, tiger vow. Lots and lots of plants. So now I got to put all these here. So let me give you guys a little walkthrough before I do all this, because I got to put all these plants up on these racks. I still got to label stuff and get things finished setting up in here, but this is the setup. So pretty much like building a little fish room. Everybody else just kind of brings stuff to bring. Not many people take the time to set up the tanks besides like the show. But this is one room of 3. So let me walk you guys to the other ones here. Ooh. Dang, that's a nice piece of driftwood. Look at this big old boy. Crap, 150. Man, that is solid though. That thing is heavy duty. You got rock, you got substrate. Would love to be able to have space for 140 tanks. You're telling me, buddy. 140 times 10.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing? We got the area.
Nice one, right?
Yeah, that's a beaut.
Yeah.
Very nice. What kind of wood is that?
Redwood, that's what I built.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little different than what you normally see.
Yeah.
And it's real heavy too.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not waterlogged, so
Does it still
floats.
float?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, even the heavy one.
It seems so dense.
Yeah. So I did a
Oh,
bill and I
rock.
had an issue that it was floating.
Really?
Yeah. So you
That's
would think, 'cause it's a
surprising.
big piece, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, as
keep the
dense
weight
as
of
it
it.
is. Yeah.
But nope.
Huh.
Yeah, especially with the small
But
one.
I'm sure, like after time, it sinks. Then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that one will sink.
Yeah.
I think that one.
I would hope so. That thing seemed like a rock. Got the Mopani wood.
Yeah, and those are all the only ones I have left too. I have way more.
Nice. All right. Oh, and we got a pool right out here. So we get tired later. Just go full hippo mode. Become the fish. Just in chlorine. All right. Any questions? The drain's been my favorite thing in this fish room. Yeah, if you could make your water changes easier, that's always best. I'm doing a new fish room. I guess I'll go over here. We'll go on a little field trip. Here we go. Boom. There's people.
Hey.
Hey, how you
going on,
doing?
How
Good
are
to
you?
see you.
You too.
Yeah. Oh, look like we got some killifish in
West
here.
African killies.
Nice. All West African. Huh?
Yep.
Beautiful. And you're the one giving a killifish talk
Yep.
this weekend. That's awesome. Love those. That's a striatum, right?
Yep. Yep. Striatum Austral, Gardner Eye, and Aquapalooza J Eye.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful. And you see they're all together.
Yep. They're chilling.
Hanging out, being friendly.
And usually the Aquapalooza will stay near the top in the natural habitat, and the Apusemian kind of middle of the water, more a little bit more to the ground. So some of the Apusemians are down here, but the Epis tend to stay middle and up.
Okay. Good to know. I love the background too.
Yeah.
You don't see those as much these
Little
days.
jungle waterfall
Yeah,
action in
yeah.
the back.
It really blends in real well.
Yeah.
Very nice. Then they've got all these tanks here for the show. Yeah, still putting them in. We got a few. Looks like Gingaruva. No.
Those are red grass.
Red grass.
Red
Okay.
grass, yep.
A few different variations.
Yep. That's the native stage in here. These are going to be in the auction. We got the flagfish and one chrysotis female in there. We've got some Elosoma gilberti in here.
Nice. The pigment sunfish.
Actually, those are Everglade out of Gilberti, our next door.
Okay.
And then in here, yeah,
Nice.
those will be auction.
And yes, Sunday there's going to be an auction as well. So if you do not make it to the regular show, there's something every day this weekend for you guys. Look how many that they have ready to set up. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to come back when they've got fish in it. We'll see how things go. Being at a table and having an event, it's not always easy to break away. Or the Fancy Guppy Club. All right.
Yeah, and the bio
Will you ever get a 5x10 tank? 5x10, like 5 foot by 10 foot? Oh, that would be cool. I'm not sure what you mean by 5x10 tank. You know, if I had space for bigger tanks, I'd have a lot more of them. There's the Shelby K. Bill Shields.
I've been waiting to mix it up.
And then this is the other room that we got. So I think this was going to be the flower horn show, I believe. And we'll have all these other people with cool fish stuff. Some of you guys may know this dude. Garden Eater.
Not even that they're stickers, that they were falling off.
Raccoon tigers, ram's horns.
Sold out.
He's got ocean blues. Fancy name for blues. Ooh, black rose. I need to get some of these.
Are you live or just?
I'm live.
Oh,
Very nice. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Very nice. All right, some Sam Scales art.
What's up?
All right, some Scales art.
Escaping.
Lots of plants. Looks like Grant and I's the only ones really halfway, mostly done setting up.
Craig was telling me, yeah, what the hell Lucas set up? And he's like, there's more. He's like, he kept bringing out more stuff.
Yeah, I was up till like 2:30 last night. I was glad they let me do it. Love Sam Scales art. And yeah, all this other stuff here. Then on the other side of this is actually where the speakers are going to be speaking. And this setup, I love this setup. Python Swamp Man. Like, I don't know who this guy is, but look at this setup for like vending. This is beautiful. Like, all he needs is a little mini fridge. He's got his stool, he's got his chair. Just hang out there. But this is the event, 3 rooms. Cool. All right, so if you guys got any more questions, now the time is to ask, because I'm gonna hop off here soon and start getting the rest of the things organized. Let's see, I don't have the yellow shrimp scales print yet. Yeah, he's got so many prints. I think that dude has drawn like 20,000 illustrations or something. Oh, the yellow one is exclusive, huh?
Oh, up there, it's the lemon head release. You have some of those from my stock.
Yeah, yeah, the lemon head release.
So it's got the TGOE on it too.
So how do they get this? They wanted it.
I'm the only one that can sell those ones.
Okay. I've noticed he's been doing that with a couple vendors. Smart. Can you guys even hear him talking? Let me know, because I know I was talking killifish. I don't know if you guys even heard him that much.
I don't have any of Shelby's left anymore, but these are for like 12-month
That's
members.
beautiful.
And that's exclusive.
Oh, 12-month members. Nice. Are they open the show today? Yes, 5 to 9 today.
5 to 9?
Yeah.
Oh man. Just trying to get some dinner.
Right? That's why I was telling these guys I'm going live, because I'm gonna want dinner by the time that happens. Right? All right. Rachel S says just got a pair of stratums from here. Fishy last week. Awesome to hear. I need to go check out here Fishy again here sooner than later. I told him I was going to bring him some fish, but never got the chance, because a lot of times I'll end up with a lot of fish ready to just like move them, and then end up moving them faster than I think I do. Which actually, one of the big things I got to focus on when I get back home is just moving things to get bred. Keep the stock full for y'all. Any fish will do. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Says good luck at the show. Well, thank you, brother. Much love to you. All right.
But we do have a circulator.
Come on. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll let you, you got a lot of shit to do. I won't bother you. I just wanted to tell you that. All right, see you later, bye.
Bring that yellow shrimp print to Dallas, Grant. I'll take it. I'll let him know. I'm sure he'll bring it there. All right. I know many of you guys are just kind of coming in. I was about to hop off here. I do got driftwood as well. I brought a bunch of that, just little pieces. Big old cholo piece. Some air. I brought air filter stuff because I'm just never going to use it again. So for those who do use it, I'll put some prices on them. Looks like all the fish are doing good. It's good to come back and make sure they're doing all right. Some people will throw their fish in, not come back and check on them. And when you're using water that you're not used to, you should always keep watching your fish. So this water is pretty soft, so I did have to remineralize it a little bit last night and then dechlorinate it. This tap water. Come on, focus camera. Does not want to get up and personal. Let's go, focus. Those guys look good. Come on. Hold on, let me try to clean the screen here. I showed you guys all the other fish, but it doesn't want to show you my fish. I can't lock the camera. There we go. Females. Those are females. Crazy. And there's one of those yellow reelies. Yellow King Kong reelies. I got a bubble on his tail. You guys can't see it. It's really hard to show. Green tigers. I'm gonna stack these deep and sell them cheap. Fire reds. Snake skin. Yeah, you can see sometimes it'll like come into focus. All seem to be happy and healthy, so that's good. Hey, quit picking on that guy. That guy's been getting picked on. Alright, well, there you have it, you guys. Do you bring your own water to put in the tanks? To use or use water there? So I did a little combination of both. I brought 2 buckets, pretty much half full of aquarium water. And then I used their water. I used my aquarium water after filling their water. That way it can kind of put the microbials in that they need. But all right, I appreciate y'all hanging out and joining me for this. And sorry I won't be able to be here for the Friday Night Live Q&A, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button. Till next time, everybody, peace. Have a great one. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da.